All right, some breaking news coming in at this moment. Terrorists have struck on a BSF convoy at Narsu on the Jammu-Srinagar highway. This is a terrorist attack. 6 BSF Jawans have been injured so far. One body has also been found, but it is unclear whether the body found is of a militant or of a civilian. Operation is still going on. The place is located 75 kilometers from Jammu. That's the latest that we have at this moment. Shuja ul Haq as well as Gaurav Sawant join us on the phone line. Let me go across to Shuja first. Shuja, what more information do you have?
Well, Sanket, this attack is taking place on the national highway, and this is an area near Udaipur falls, near a place called Chineni. What we've learned so far is that a BSF convoy was attacked by unidentified men, and there was indiscriminate fire that was reported. 6 Jawans have sustained injuries, and there's a dead body also which is lying there. With now the authorities haven't cleared whether whether he's a militant or a civilian. But the significant part here is the fact that this area for a long time, even during the heightened period of militancy in Jammu and Kashmir, has been terror-free. This is perhaps for the first time that we are hearing an attack like this being mounted on a convoy in this particular area of the national highway. So that makes it very, very significant and worrisome. So at this point of time, the authorities are only saying that they are still not sure who has carried out this attack, but there are reports that the gunfire can still be heard from that place. So it's happening. The operation is in process. But yes, as I was pointing out, a very, very worrying sign, because this entire area so far has been terror-free.
That's right. Let's go across to Gaurav Sawant also, who joins us on the phone line. Gaurav, as Shuja was mentioning, that this area was largely terror-free. So it's perhaps surprising that the terrorists actually chose this particular area. Quite similar to the strategy in Gurdaspur, where a softer target was actually used.
This area has been safe, but it's also extremely vulnerable, because this is the main artery that serves Kashmir, Ladakh, Siachen and Eastern Ladakh. So this is a very, very vulnerable area, the National Highway 1 Alpha. In fact, there have been 3 intelligence alerts, one in May, one in June, and once again, once the Yatra started in July, that terrorists could attempt to strike at the National Highway 1A. Security was stepped up in this area. This is an attack which took place just as perhaps the road opening party was coming in. The fact that terrorists struck is shocking. The fact that terrorists succeeded in striking and moving away is a bigger shock, because once a road opening party is in place, this area is supposed to be secure, not just the road, but also vulnerable heights around the road. So the army and the J&K police are now hot on the trail of these suspected terrorists who've struck this area, is what my sources are telling me. But there was a specific alert in May, July about National Highway 1 Alpha being targeted, and you're spot on. The terrorists are now looking for soft spots to hit. What would be extremely damaging is that this is also the Amarnath Yatra route. If that is targeted, the impact could be catastrophic, Sanket.
Absolutely. Gaurav as well as Shuja, do stay on with us. In fact, some breaking news coming in. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has now called this terror attack near Udhampur very significant. According to Omar, an attack on the stretch of the national highway has happened after a very, very long time. Worrying development, because the area was militant-free. That's what is Omar Abdullah's assessment. And that seems to be a cause of worry for the security forces as well. Gaurav, if you're still with us, and we'll also try connecting with Shuja in just a short moment. This particular fear that this area was militant-free and, an attack taking place here is a cause of worry. Now, if we could just take a look at this particular attack in perspective. Gurdaspur attack happened. This attack has taken place, and also a story that we are breaking here on India Today about intelligence input saying that a cache of explosives arrived 3 months ago for a Gurdaspur-like attack being planned by Pakistani handlers in the capital.
Sanket, Pakistan's evil designs are there for all to see. whether it's taking place in Gurdaspur, attempts in Delhi, the situation that's hotting up along the line of control and the international border, and the terror training camps that are still, there. This is a major cause for concern is India's response to this. While you can react, the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval yesterday spoke of punitive strikes, that would deter the adversary. And the biggest thing that the National Security Advisor is pointing out, that India punches below its weight, and that unfortunately provokes the adversary to hit back. If you talk about this current situation that is taking place at the National Highway 1 Alpha, this is main artery that feeds the Indian Army security forces in Siachen Glacier, in Eastern Ladakh, in Ladakh, in the entire Kargil sector, and in Jammu and Kashmir. So this is the best protected artery. Terrorists striking here, look, terrorists have the advantage. They can come in and they can strike. The fact that they are getting away after striking is a major cause for concern. They should not be able to get away. They should immediately be struck down. That is the Army's doctrine in this area, and that is why the hot pursuit within our country is as of now taking place beyond National Highway 1 Alpha, where these chaps came struck and have now fled. Sanket.
Okay, let's quickly go across to Shuja also now. Shuja, can you just tell us a little bit more information that we have received about that the body that has been recovered? It's still not clear whether that body is of a militant or a civilian.
Yes, Sanket, it's not clear as of now, hasn't been confirmed by the authorities who exactly is this person. But as I was pointing out, the operation is still on. We've gotten reports that there is intermittent fire still being reported, and also a lot of men have been, in terms of reinforcement, have been sent across to that place. There are coordinate searches that are happening as we speak. So this, particular kind of atmosphere, it will be difficult, to ascertain as of now who this person is. But definitely in a moment from now, we will be getting a confirmation from the authorities whether he was a militant or just a civilian who got caught into the crossfire. But that having been said, as we've been pointing out earlier, the bigger and the larger picture here is this spot. Even during the heightened times of militancy in last 20-25 years of this entire militancy in Jammu and Kashmir, this entire area has been largely militancy free. And the fact that this is also a lifeline to Kashmir, it's the only highway that leads from Jammu to Srinagar, which connects the Kashmir Valley to the rest of the country. An attack being mounted at a sensitive place like this, which had absolutely no presence whatsoever in terms of militancy as of now, is something which the entire state machinery is taking very, very seriously.
Okay. Shuja ul Haq as well as Gaurav Sawant, many thanks for joining us on this breaking story. We'll of course keep tracking all the latest through the course of the day.